And we are live with another episode of Columbia Tools. We're going to be talking about the Tomahawk. How are you guys doing? I'm here with Allison and Kaila, Gilbert Taping. Um, so did you guys get a set of these this month or have you had them for a while?
No, we got it this month. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So were you able to kind of put it through the ringer or like have you established where it's going to kind of be in your process yet?
Yeah, so I
Uh,
think we'll for sure like continue to use that 32 inch on every butt joint.
Yeah.
Um, for the smaller ones, it's like they work well, but for the way we generally do stuff, like for taping and like we use super tapers, so it's a bit harder to include it.
Yeah.
But like it did still work well. And I think that 14 inch is really nice for wiping after the boxes as well.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, we typically only do our boxes for the second coat, so that's why it's a bit harder to include those smaller ones. But we love that big tomahawk for sure.
yeah.
That 32, that's so I've started working under a guy he's like a 50-year guy and he's the same kind of method as you guys where he's doing a super taper, he's hawk and trowel. And that's how he does his butt joints now with the 32 and it's fantastic, right? It leaves such a nice coat on it. But that's kind of why I wanted to ask because if you're not running the auto taper, you're probably not using the 7.
Yeah, not a whole lot, no.
And then, if you're into like a 14 or something, that's you typically would probably use your trowel, right? So that's interesting. I think that you can't lose with that 32 inch. It's so handy.
You got that set last year as well, right? Like the
Yeah.
warriors.
Yeah,
You,
pardon
are you
me?
using it a lot or?
Tons.
Yes.
So the 7 I use, I wipe behind the auto taper. With the tomahawk on a stick. It's kind of a no-brainer. The 32 is butt joints now, and I just like the other ones for bulkheads. Like there's always like a skinny bulkhead, and I don't really like. I'm starting to learn trowel now. I didn't understand how key it was until I started working with this guy. So we're picking them up and we're using them. But typically that's what I use the other sizes for. Was just, making sure the corner beads are crisp, bulkheads.
Mhm.
Yeah, not too bad.
Mhm.
You guys using it a lot on the stick or by hand?
Mainly by hand right now. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I,
Is it just because it's right in front of you, or do you find it easier?
yeah, it's definitely easier to like apply the pressure, I think. Like, yeah.
Yeah, me
And
too.
also like removing the mud from the tomahawk after it's easier when you're just holding it like that rather than pulling the stick back and then
Absolutely.
removing the message.
I have to say with the stick, I like how you can change the angle. It's very easy to set it kind of how you want to wipe it. I feel like if you're too much flat, you're taking out too much, and if you're laying it down to, it's not doing much. So you kind of have to find that sweet spot. But it's nice that you can just kind of lock it into place like that.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Usually I talk about cleaning, but they're pretty
Yeah.
easy to
Yeah.
clean.
Yeah. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Have you taken a look at how you'd replace the blades?
No, not yet,
It's
actually.
it's basically just friction. So I took one out. I had that. I don't know if you saw it. It was like a barrel sealing, but it wasn't perfect. And I didn't know what I was going to run the cracks with, and I took the blade out of it and just used it as a flexible blade. And taking it out and putting it in, no problem at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which again, you never know until you do it. And
Yeah.
I feel like everything comes apart really easy, but then when you go to put it back together, sometimes you're like, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. How you guys been?
Pretty good. Pretty busy.
Yeah. Are you still doing out of town stuff or are you
Yeah, well, like back and forth. Right now we're like staying in town, but yeah,
yeah, good for
planning to
you.
go in back.
Um, yeah, so when you're doing your process, when you're saying your first coat isn't with the boxes, are you troweling or are you pre-filling or
Oh no, I meant like second coat. Like I called the tape our first coat, and then second
Same.
with the box, and then we do the finish coat by hand, like with trowels.
Perfect. I never had really any experience with the super taper before, and that's what this guy uses, and it's really fast.
Mhm.
It's really fast. I
Well,
always
that's
kind
what.
of, sorry, go
Sorry.
ahead. No.
That's what I find too. Like we get comments online all the time, like, "Oh, get a banjo, get a bazooka. They're so much faster." I'm like, "Have you even tried one of these?" Like, we've been on sites with guys with the bazooka, and I'm not saying the bazooka is not fast because it is really fast. But when you know how to use the super taper, and with how me and Kayla have it, she'll be on the stilts, and I'm just doing all the bottoms, and then I hop in the stairs or scaffold or whatever. Like it's so fast, and
Mhm.
yeah,
It,
it's just.
we've got three of us. We've got the guy that's the teacher. It's actually Steve from the Three Ways, the other guy, and me. So Steve was up on his stilts. It's a 10-foot ceiling. So for me to hit that with the auto taper would have been a taxing day if I was even able to do it. And like we taped that ceiling out in like 45 minutes or something stupid. Like it's so fast.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's really neat. And then going behind them all just to give it a little wipe if there's little high edges or anything like that. I put it on the tomahawk on a stick and kind of went to town.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very good. Replacement blade sizes. Yeah. You guys got anything exciting going on?
No, not really.
We pretty much just work, but like it's right now we're doing like you've probably seen on my story like a stupid house with beads at every step, right? And we've been dreading that, but I'm sure it will go well. We're gonna start mudding tomorrow, so.
Yeah.
So on the outside of that riser, they drywalled it. Is that what that is?
No, actually they put MDF there, but they want us to like beat on top of the
Oh,
side is like drywall, but then the front is MDF and they want us to tape on top of that.
oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
That's very weird.
Very.
What's the idea there that it's just going to be like a nice clean drywall finish?
Yeah, because I think they want to like finish the top of the stairs, but like the front they want to just like paint it type of thing, like not with wood or nothing like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you'll just
So
skim the MDF and then it's kind of like, yeah, that's
yeah.
not bad. That's neat. I've
Yeah.
definitely not seen that before. I'm wondering what's going to
Mhm.
happen when it gets kicked and like stuff drug up it. And
Yeah. Yeah.
We're worried about every single thing cracking, but I guess we'll find out soon enough.
I suppose you will. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's that site?
uh,
Southeast.
Yeah.
yeah,
Southeast.
just
Okay.
in
Yeah,
Edmonton.
southeast. Yeah.
That's awesome. You got anything else going on with Columbia?
Not at the moment, no.
Yeah.
Just finished this.
Um, you've got that pump now. How are you liking that?
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
I bet.
Oh
I
yeah,
bet.
yeah.
Are you filling your like pans and everything with it, the hawk with it? Like
Well, we
it,
don't use pens or hawks, so like no, but
oh yeah, I guess you guys are like
yeah,
knife and trowel, not
yeah, and just the bucket, just
hawk and
carry the bucket
trowel.
around. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, so I guess you're not pumping out of the bucket if you're just yeah, okay. All
no,
right.
no.
Pretty much fill our boxes with it and
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you're not going crazy with it. I'd be
no,
doing
no.
everything with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm that type of person. That's
yeah,
excellent.
if the bazooka was a bit lighter, we could like for sure use it for that as well. But
I did. So the site that we're on now is like I said, it's 10-foot ceilings, and I did the top corners with it. And like when you're way up there and it's full, like it's heavy. It's
Yeah.
a little bit heavy.
Yeah.
I even kind of like half pumped it, but I feel like you can't compensate that way because you're not, you know what I mean? You're back and forth to pump so often, it's kind of
Yeah.
not worth it. So
Mhm.
that's neat. Do you guys, like you said, one of you are on stilts, one of you are on the floor. Do you both do stilts? Does one of them like the better or worse or?
Oh yeah, like we both do it, but like I'm usually like faster on them because I've been like doing them like so long. So
Mhm.
that's what I do, and then Allison just does the bottoms and yeah.
Run, run, run.
Yeah.
Up north, we did a lot of like Kayla was doing higher ceilings and I was doing lower ones, just so she wouldn't be like changing stilts all the time.
Yeah.
And then we would just, or I would start in the bottom and then help her out on the ceilings. But yeah, other than that, she's a bit faster moving on them because I don't do them often enough. So sometimes I'll just be walking on like slow and she's just fucking running on them. So
Just like an extension of your legs, eh? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cam's like that. It looks like he can run around on them. You're like, oh my God.
And he puts them like high, like super high too. Like
Yeah, that video that he had where he's like running a box on the ceiling and it looks like it's like a 13-foot ceiling or something ridiculous. And he's just so okay with it.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. That's good. That's very good. I heard you guys are going to work with him. Do you have anything?
Yeah,
are we allowed to talk about it?
Oh, well, I don't know, I guess. Like he's like thinking about like coming this July, but like it's like nothing's like concrete yet or nothing yet. But
when I talked to him, he seemed pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
That's that would be interesting because he can run that Predator like it's going out of style, right? And it's like, it's interesting. I've never been part of a 3-person tape team. It's always either been solo or with one other person.
Yeah.
It's really kind of interesting, the way that we've been doing things. You know, one person can kind of stick to beadwork and the other two can attack, or you know what I mean? Or having all three of you. I had a full day where I was just filling up a hawk and handing it back, taking the hawk because they're up on the scaffold, and it was it's crazy. But the amount of speed that you get from doing things like that, it's impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Very good. So you're going to continue using them? You like them?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Definitely.
It's I think other than the corner cobra, I think this is the one that I like. The amount that I use it is probably the most. The corner cobras, I think probably my favorite so far, like versatility wise, but like the auto taper is fantastic, but you can only use it to tape. So
yeah.
Good. Excellent. You got anything else you guys want to talk about? No, it's kind of late Sunday night.
Yeah.
We just came back from a toddler's birthday party, so we don't have
God,
much stuff going on in our brains right now.
Okay. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Well, good. We're heading out in June to go see Columbia headquarters. Have you guys been out there yet?
No, we haven't.
Okay.
So are you going at the same time as Cam? Is that what? Okay, nice.
Yeah, and Nick. So we're gonna do some work at their dad's house.
Oh, okay.
And do some fresco work. I think we're gonna do a teach it while we're out there, and then like spend 2 days just probably doing silly content and stuff at headquarters. But like take a real good look at like where everything is and like how they do stuff. I like that process of like how things go together. I don't know. There's like a part of me that used to take apart VCRs. You know what I mean? Just to kind of understand. So it's neat. Oh, where is it? I got my insignia on a taper head. Oh no. But they forgot to cut out a little section of it. So now it's just like a trinket. Yeah, it's nice, but I think we're gonna make more when we get out there. Yeah, awesome. Well, that's fantastic. Yeah, maybe we'll wrap up. How do you feel about that? Yeah, do you guys got any shout outs you want to do? Shout out to Columbia.
Yeah, shout out to Columbia.
Awesome.
Shout out to ourselves.
Yeah. I'm excited for those shirts to come out. That's yeah, we'll definitely be doing that. I think the stickers turned out mint too. They all I really like that. Did you change the logo? Like, did you have somebody redo it, or did one of you do it?
Well, we had a guy contact us on Instagram, and he was offering to make us a free logo. So I was
awesome.
Like, sure. And he sent us the white version and the color one. So I was like, and I was just ordering business cards on Vistaprint, and I needed like my order to be more expensive to get free shipping. So I was like, oh, I'll just get some stickers.
Yeah, why not, right?
I can send you a couple if you want.
Yeah, I got lots of stuff to put it on now. I just converted like a pack out to. They sent me the high capacity boxes, the Fat Boy boxes, but they don't fit in that like vault case that I have. They're too tall.
Oh.
So I converted like a pack out and like cut a bunch of styrofoam or whatever that foam shit is to sit it in there with in the 3-inch nail spotter. But then, so all I mean by that is there's like so much more room for stickers now.
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd love them as much as I do, but I absolutely do. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on, guys. I know that you guys are super busy. It's always a pleasure watching your stuff and seeing you kick ass. So that's good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us on the podcast again.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
absolutely anytime.
Yeah.
Okay, so be humble, treat everyone the same, and do your fucking job.